Hello, this is Julie from Love's Beginning with a blog post called Flying Lessons. You're coming to know and recognize an energy that doesn't feel good, and this is very much to your advantage. It feels like a clamping down. It is the energy of insisting on the reality of your physical world, the one you make through attachment to a sense of separate, conflicted, and vulnerable self. The special effects are great here. It's very convincing, but once you no longer fully believe in it, the energy you use to hold it in place begins to be experienced as disturbance. This is very good because it points to what is bigger than that, what you want to move forward into your experience, your true identity, and a shared self of love with all others. When you feel this disturbed energy of clamping down, it's as if the blinds are closed. Something doesn't feel right about that. When you open them, the awareness of the love that has always been there is apparent. It becomes the most important component in any situation. When you feel that disturbance, you have gone off into that world of illusion and have become attached to it in some way, mistaking your role within it for yourself. When you settle back down energetically into and as the love you are, that can expand from you into the situation where you find yourself. This disturbed energy of clamping down happens when we are making negative judgments about people, circumstances, and ourselves. It gets to the point at which it feels intensely disturbing, but this is a very good thing. It never did feel good. It's just that it seemed to feel better than something else. What did it feel better than? In the past, negative judgments felt better than facing and sinking into the terrible abyss you sensed if you didn't keep your mind busy with judgments, definitions, and categories. That terrible abyss was nothing more than the welcoming expansiveness of love, but because you were so strongly identified with and as ego, the power and vastness of love seemed like it would swallow you up. It would, only the you that you perceived was never you. It was just an unstable construct based on separation. Love doesn't swallow you up. You were always one with it. You're just remembering now. And that remembering, you're in touch with how terrible judgment feels. Your feelings are your guides, and the love you are will guide you away from judgment back into re-identification with and as the whole. If fears about this re-identification come up, remember that we are talking about differentiation and harmony rather than separation and conflict. Re-identification as the whole, as a differentiated extension of the whole, does not take any of the fun stuff away. Rather, it increases your enjoyment of the fun stuff. The only thing you have to lose is your pain and confusion. Being open to the reality of love is also being open to the relative unimportance of the physical world. Form will take whatever form it should. Your primary focus becomes how you feel and understanding how to settle down and reset when you feel off. The physical world is there for your enjoyment and expression, but you drop your attachment to it as a source of something that you could get, something that you think you need. You eventually recognize yourself as a perfectly differentiated extension of that source, always directly connected to all you need, so you never need to exert pressure on your physical world to extract anything. You are here to allow the reality of love's power to become apparent in your physical world. The physical is showing you a result. It's never anything you are subject to. You are prior to all of that. You encompass all of that. Whenever you remember that and rest in that awareness, love can flow into and permeate your experience. Love permeates your experience now. When you know how to settle and invite it to come into your awareness from every being, from every molecule, it does. We want to share a process with you that will assist you in this settling. And if you're reading my blog, I've switched to italics because I'm going to speak in my own Julie voice for a minute. I received this yesterday when my kids and I were walking barefoot in clover. I felt concerned about stepping on bees, but at the same time the energy of being careful and warning people seems very off to me now. This also came in handy when there were a lot of gnats, and I felt anxiety about being bothered by them. So back to what I was hearing from my non-physical friends. Whenever you feel unsettled, Invite yourself to experience the light and love within each person, each being, each object. We will go to the bee situation by way of example. State your intention for harmony with and as the whole. Remember the light and love within and encompassing everything, and recognize your oneness with that. Recognize your very simple oneness with every person here, every blade of grass, every bee, with the light and love pulsating within every cell of the bee, within every molecule of air. Feel the resonance as the light and love within every cell of your body hums with the light and love in every cell and molecule. Remember your intention for harmony. The openness of I don't know in this situation is very helpful. You transition from what you think you do know, which is along the lines of danger and threat or just annoyance, into the truth of the whole. Any I don't know that questions ego's dictates is very helpful. Then there is the other I don't know. The egoic I don't know is a statement of your powerlessness. In reality, you are always connected to all knowledge, even if you don't experience it that way yet. When you engage in an egoic or helpless I don't know, it blocks your awareness of the love that always is. It is unable to flow in experiential form into the world you made, and that feels frustrating. When you are valuing making, physical effort or force, over creating, allowing love to flow in through you to expand outward into experience through you, you can feel the energy of this I don't know. You can feel blocked, as if you don't know what to do next. You are valuing old forms of effort, but now it is time to value the energetic. These egoic I don't know situations, these situations where you feel helpless, are actually guiding you into employing the energy of creation on a consistent basis. They are guiding you toward accessing the true knowing that is always there for you. When you remember that true knowing is always available to you in each moment, and it is never dependent upon a stack of concepts, then you just know what to do. You just know what to say. It's called flow. You are bringing this knowing online, releasing the egoic sense of knowing. That means that you're not going to depend on memory so much, so it may go fuzzy to you. If memory goes fuzzy for you, it's a favor. It's guiding you toward accessing the right now knowing, the flow, instead of referring back to memory and logic to guide you. This is what transcending the physical is all about. When you are learning how to transcend the experience of the physical and our sense of separate self, every experience is so valuable. Even the experience of opposition or just not liking someone becomes very valuable. You become curious to see how you put these structures in place. What have I done here? What thoughts are in place? Why am I feeling this way? As you are curious about your experience, you naturally feel beyond the edges of it, and you see through the apparent separation to the place where you are joined. This place feels good, so you hang out there, and this is exactly the spot to be in order to just know what to say and what to do. It feels good, and that's the whole point of it. Appreciate every experience as it leads you back to the whole of you, the truth of you. What a wonderful time for humanity. You are so beautiful for us to look upon as you discover your wings and allow us to assist you as you learn to fly. Thanks for joining me.